So, this is episode 1 of Dad's Daddin. I don't know if that's the name, Dad's Dadding. I don't know. All I know is like, I am in this space that is, it's incredible. I have 3 kids already. I have a niece that lives with me and my wife. Now I see her as a daughter. And now, I've been married, remarried, for almost 3 years. And now we're having our first child. Shout out to Crystal. And so I'm excited. Like, I am super excited. And I think one of the reasons why I want to kind of like talk about this and kind of like, I don't know if vlog is the right word, or just kind of keep track of this time, because it's like I'm learning so much. When my first child that I had, he's in heaven. He lived 11 days. I was 21 at the time. I just got married in my first marriage, and God taught me a lot during that time, because he was born 3 months premature. He weighed 1 pound 5 ounces, and it was an emergency situation of how he was born. And then those next 10 days were some of the most profound days of my life at the time, experiencing ups and downs concerning his health. He had a surgery like a day after he was born, or maybe 2 days after he was born. Then he had another surgery, and then he started getting sepsis, and which is basically like body taking on so much infection and holding on to fluids and things like that. And the profound moment was it was December 31st of 2012. So it's New Year's Eve, and it's in the wee hours of the morning, maybe like 2-3 in the morning. And he had this big scare where he pretty much flatlined, and they were able to resuscitate. And they talked about, how it would affect his health, how it would affect his brain, and all these different things. He had some other issues as well. So his quality of life was already going to be very difficult, spending most of his life, if not all of his life, in and out of the hospital. And then also just being in such a state where it's just like there's no quality of life. And I remember I was praying, as I had been, and I was praying, and I was like, God, I don't know what to do. And the thing that he said was, he was like, let go. And when he said that, I made up in my mind to do that, to let go. And so we let the doctor know that if he does have another episode like that where he's pretty much going, let him go. So we said it, and it was done. And so he had one of those episodes later on that morning, probably closer to noon or so. And when I said let it go, and I watched the monitor, and it went from like 100 or whatever his normal heart rate was, or heartbeat was. Watched it roll back, and thankfully they muted it so it wouldn't make that loud, beep, that noise. But the next thing that I experienced was overwhelming peace peace that I've never experienced before in my life, to the point where I could not drop a single tear until I left completely out of the hospital. Shout out to the women's hospital too, because they were great. I could not drop a single tear. But the significant thing was the amount of peace that I felt. That was in 2012. Then I had my first daughter, who was a twin. Had her in 2014. Then another daughter in 2015. And my son, Timothy, had him in 2017. So I'm looking at all this, and I was a different person back then. I can really tell that I was a different person. I didn't know much at all. I'm not saying that I'm an expert now, but one thing I do know is that being a dad is a direct reflection of our Heavenly Father. And I think about my relationship with my dad, the things that he taught me, what our relationship has been, where it hasn't always been the best, it hasn't always been the easiest, but then there's some fundamental things that have always been, and frankly will always be. I just want to be the best dad that I could be. Mistakes that I made, and I still make mistakes, but there's such a awe and there's such a wonder for an opportunity to go forward in my new stage of life as the person and the man that I am today. And I think that is like absolutely special. So like in this thing, I'm gonna be just kind of talking about like regular things, everyday things, like juggling life, juggling just the aspects of like marriage and stuff, because that's a new space that I'm in as well. I'm a new man in marriage. I'm a new man in fatherhood. I'm a new man in my growth and my development. And the thing is like a lot of times men only talk so much about it, and thankfully I have other men that are like in my life, and good friends and things like that. But it's like there should be so much more talk, and there should be so much more conversation in order to grow and develop as men, and especially as dads. So it's a great thing. So it's for dads. It's for men that aspire to be dads. You might not be a dad yet, but hey, there's something that you can find in there. And also, I'm like building community. So yeah, it's what we do. It's what's in us. So I just want to be better, and I just want to talk about it. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. All right, peace.